How do you feel about this draw from TNC?
I don't think it's too bad. Like, they have an issue of control. So the big one here is FNATIC has excellent single target control, just Grimstroke. You don't have anything like that to worry about. So you can expect Moon to put up a lot more of a fight, and that's going to be key to get this running start. A PL takes so much investment. It is a Raven special. You need to get that space. FNATIC has to get that done.
See how this works out. So, okay, maybe position 4 Mars is what we're looking at. AU, he does get the Orb of Venom up. Does look like it is going to be a bit of a support build up here. Maybe not. Zephyr's going to show up on the Phoenix now. it is really out there with this draft.
Man, callbacks to the old times. Warriors Gaming Nana, nah, just Tims and Moon. Warriors Gaming Nana, Execration Tims, Rave DJ. Oh, old times. These guys just making everyone feel old. DJ.
We were casting back in those days as well.
Yeah. It's so long ago. It feels like now, doesn't it, Mike?
It really does. Times, you know.
Yeah, and
Fun
you know
times.
there was someone pointing out as well. FNATIC did have Raven and AU before, right? In the initial shakeup years ago. So this is a bit of a flashback. We'll see if they can make it work. Aggression in the bot lane, just a bit here.
TNC's gonna back off. It is still a 2 for 2. Nothing too special here, but what I really am more intrigued about is how they're gonna make these lane matchups work. So Zephyr is there on the support Phoenix with DJ, and AU is running back up top on the Mars. You do have Moon on the mid Wind Ranger, and Raven is on the POS 1 PL. So yeah, POS 5 Mars, which I have heard ramblings about in C, that some players have been testing this. Like, I think it was Dubu maybe that was doing it.
Okay. I can see it work. It's just that I guess against this lane, you know, KP Venge, Tims and the Pango. Look at AU, he's just manning up. He's got the durability. KP can't do anything about this. Does have the level 1 wave of terror, but doesn't matter to something like the Mars. So in that sense, this matchup for Raven should be good. He's finding his farm. They've got space to be aggressive. It's going to take a while for KP to build presence up. It's going to take a while for the Pangolier to also build presence up, and that's going to be a bit of an issue for TNC.
It's the God's Rebuke, though. That might have just been a kill had it landed. Wanted to knock him back, which is definitely the right play there from AU, but it's not as easy said than done. Now AU going to cop a lot of harassment out from Tims, who does have that Orb of Venom himself. They need one more hit to kill AU, but they'll just keep him on a very, very low HP pool. You will just sit in the tree line and passively regen up with a Tango. Meanwhile, even Zephyr, dropping extremely low on the Phoenix up at the bot lane, does salve up.
Yeah, that's all the way back in this creep wave. Of course, buying space for the cores to just kind of fight at each other. Gabby, this is a matchup where, you know, an NP with a Blight Zone isn't too scary. Gabby is pretty tanky on the Sven. If he wants a value point in Warcry to prevent any damage, he can do that. And he's just happy enough to find his farm. 60-0, lots of denies on DJ. That's just not enough to stop his Sven.
True. Of course, mid lane, Moon on that Wind Ranger against Armel is taking a lot of damage. He has the Wind Run. He'll be alright. It's the beauty of the Drow, right? You can just harass so easily with those Frost Arrows, especially once they get to that level 2 mark. Moon has to be very wary about how close he gets.
Yeah, and the farm distribution's super close as well. 11-2 on both sides. Armel is having that fantastic time in regen. Moon's forced to use the power shots to clear waves. So he's not applying as much harassment. And right clicks really do just favor Armel. Moon's got to watch out in a precarious spot. And this is a lane that the Drow does like very much. Like, you know, even if you're drawing even here, you can clear out the jungle camps a bit faster, especially when you hit 6. Moon, at his 6, doesn't clear camps faster, he kills heroes. You're not necessarily going to find all those opportunities to max that out.
True. There's just Moon copying more harassment here. And the shot is not going to be enough. The Fairy Fire does heal up Moon. Survive, but Armel, he's ready to go again. He's still full HP. Has plenty of mana to go. The best that Moon can do here is just try to snipe creeps with power shot, but he only has mana left for one.
Ooh, nah, that's not a good spot. And Armel, we saw him with a runaway start last time. If he gets that start again, Moon? No!
He's dead? Yeah.
First blood.
The multi-shot. Just too much damage, and Moon, he's trying to push it to the limits here in this mid lane, but Armel will punish him for it.
Ooh. Gabby just sending the tip out from a different lane. Gabby, that's not your matchup. Gotta focus on your own lane. Still up top. Look at this AU.
Oh, AU. He missed the spear. That means he's gonna die now. And they're really giving it to them now. Armel even getting involved with the voice lines. Just 2-0. FNATIC. They'll need to calm down a little bit here. Nice juke out from Raven. That magic missile, but a lot of pressure being applied in all lanes. Raven is still able to get farm, but it's just tough.
There would be no vengeance to take.
Yeah, it's coming out there. He's still #1 in terms of last hits. Not by too much. You're still having this big issue of Armel. Look at this. He just bullies Moon out. He comes back in lane, and he's forced to just run.
Good. Juke out the multi-shot quite nicely. Does have the bottle up now, at least, so you do have a bit more regen. But Gabby, come on now. Gabby's really giving it over to Moon on this Wind Ranger, and Armel. I mean, it kind of works though, right? The psychological warfare. He's not even in your lane, and he knows how bad it's going. He's just giving it to you from the bot lane, where he's just safely farming.
Yeah, it's not a good sign for FNATIC. And, you know, you've got that level 6 mark in Armel. You don't want to hold this lane if you're Moon. And, you know, he's got such a massive damage spike, Armel. Just having that level up. At this point, I think you've got to surrender that lane. Maybe defend the tier 1 if it gets shoved in, but you can't allow Armel to find any kill ops. You're going to have to play in that jungle, and he's at least trying to get that done.
AU. It's a spear off there onto Tim's. Position 5 Mars, I don't know how much I like it. I've got to be honest, John. I mean, it's definitely creating space here for Raven. He is still top of the last hits board. So I suppose AU is doing his job. You start to wonder, is it because the Mars is there, or is it because Raven is just that good on PL?
It's a 50-50. I think you can't discount that AU has been zoning out well. It's not been enough to stop KP's progression, though. Look at KP, level 5, Vengeance Aura pretty much level 3. Almost going to hit the 6 mark. Once you have the 6, you're going to have swap. And you're going to have swap way earlier than the Arena Egg, which means when you do have Arena Egg, I mean, swap play is there to save. So the timings are not going to line up, and that's the downside of this Mars 5. You're not going to have Arena early. When you do have it, Venge is going to be there to deal with it.
Tims returns back into the lane. Spear not going to connect, so Tims will go for the swash back onto AU. They'll go for the easier kill. In fact, Armel. Nice timing from him to get a nice kill secure and start on that tier 1 top tower.
Yeah, and this is the typical movement out here for TNC. At around the 7-minute mark, you rotate Armel top, get the shove in, give Tim's mid to soak some EXP, and try to find out tier 1.
Fairly easy for Armel to clean that up with KP. Raven, he's going to stick around and slowly defend this. To his credit, there is no siege creep, so he should be able to get that defense done. And FNATIC, they're going to smoke up and try to sneak in from behind. Be great timing here from FNATIC, but March is going to be there to break the smoke. And now they can try and turn this one around, but Armel, he's on the run. DJ going to TP in on the Prophet, and with that focus fire, Armel, he does not TP out like this. No, he doesn't. He doesn't even have a TP. He will go down. That's a huge pick off there for FNATIC.
Yeah, it's an important one, the biggest target they can find off the map beyond Gabby. So they pick it up. Very worthwhile rotation for Moon. You do still have to wonder, though. They've been focusing on the top lane. They have left Gabby alone to just have a good time. Look at that. Gabby even giving a tip to DJ. He's feeling confident in this Sven. And he's very confident. Has the treads up. Morbid Mask flying in. Mask of Madness next. And then the farm escalates. They spot out the stacks though. AU does manage to scout it out. They're going to have to contest it very soon. Once that mom is up, it's going to be taken really quick.
Well, he's placed the wards down.
Oh, there's a sentry.
On that stack. Yeah, March, he already knows. And now KB going to cut off AU. Drops him in. That's your support Mars gone. And they'll get back to the stacks.
Ooh, I mean, you lose a ward like that, that means you're down one piece of vision, one piece of control on the map. Not great for FNATIC, as even Moon caught out. Does win Ren though, but he's not quite setting the pace. You know, he's up here top, he's trying to find steady farm, but there's no opportunities for FNATIC to clump up. They still need a level 6s on their supports. Downside of that duo, you need 6 on Phoenix, you need 6 on Mars. Supports don't tend to find out EXP easy.
Tier 1 tower still dropping. March just casually healing people up with the Hill Troll Priest. How much heal is that again? 15 HP every time. That's nice.
Yeah.
And it works, right? Like eventually it does heal you up. Tim threatening to Rolling Thunder in the mid lane, but doesn't.
Yeah, I think that troll is actually more efficient than a Witch Doctor Voodoo Restoration at level 1. In fact, up to level 2 or 3. It is a really good heal in that context. That's a hero's heal. It's much better than that.
Nice snap from you, John.
Yeah.
FNATIC. Go for that bot. T1 tower now, but TNC, they do have an opportunity to defend this if they want. It seems as though they don't care for that tier 1 bottom and would rather try to push in that mid tier 1 tower. Will be glyphed immediately though. Gabby now also going to show up with that Mask of Madness up. Shouldn't be too hard to take this, especially once that God Strength is there. Gabby just hitting so hard already, and that'll be your tier 1 mid tower. It's just gone.
Oh man, that's not a good sign. 2 towers deleted immediately from TNC. Great moves up to get those objectives down. FNATIC, you know, it's 4-1. It's a 1k lead for TNC. It's not the end of the world. They're still finding the build up on DJ. Raven is lagging a bit behind. It's time to get that peel in recovery mode. Moon for his part, and he's got that javelin up, but he's not, there's just no heroes to jump. You know, like, you go for, you're never gonna find Armel. He's playing way too safe. You can't jump Gabby because of his armor. You could try for the Pango, but he's very slippery. It's just not a very easy time to buy that space alone as the Wind Ranger.
DJ. They hang around down that bot lane and just work towards that Orchid. He's getting very close to that. Need as much as he can get. Help his team out. That Orchid should do quite a bit of work. What's Gabby up to? Working towards the Heaven's Halberd right now on the Sven.
Yeah, it's a bit of a big timing here though. March has his mech. 12 minutes in. Naked mech, but that's all you want in the Chen. If TNC do force a fight, they've got 2 sources of sustain, and we've seen that change the pace of a lot of engagements. You can't underestimate the durability a Chen can bring.
There's just so many auras going on here for TNC. It's kind of ridiculous how many auras they have with the Venge Drow and all the Chen creeps, plus the Warcry from Gabby.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's so buffed up.
It's a beauty when it all lines up like that. The synergy is excellent, and all they need to do is to clump up. Now there is a smoke here from FNATIC. It is just AU and Moon. It's time for them to try to go hunting.
Thing is, the Roshan's being taken right now. I don't think they're guessing that this is happening, but no, with the multi-shot flying out through the Roshan pit, they know now. So, power shot. Come in, does actually get the Roshan kill. So they get the gold for it, but the Aegis will go to the way of Armel. Now AU will drop the arena, and we'll get the spear off, and an egg will also be committed, but that egg, a bit mispositioned. And a swap out onto DJ is going to ensure that kill. Hey, you trying to TP, but no, KB. Another swap TP cancellation. 3 heroes dead, plus an Aegis going to the way of TNC.
Yeah, they come out on top in a massive way. Even Armel just able to run down Moon. Just not a good sign when your Wind Ranger can't even stand up to a drought 13 minutes in. But FNATIC, it's looking dicey now. 4K lead onto TNC. Aegis is up on Armel. They did get the Roshan gold, so that injection is nice. Or I believe Raven does have his defusal coming. So that's one part of the puzzle completed. They need more. They need to stall out a bit more. Hold on to those tier 2s. We've got to see the Arena Egg executed a lot better. But if you can land that duo, that is your fighting chance here in FNATIC. Just get the Egg Arena going. Maybe you can win out.
Got the Diffusal Blade now up on Raven. The potential for them to go for a fight once these ultimates are back up. Is Gabby's just farming way too quick on this Fen right now. He's just going to pull way too far ahead if this keeps up. He has had 0 pressure this game. Heaven's Halberd is a couple 100 gold off now. The Hurricane Pike being brought up on Armel, and they're just going to go for a T1 bot tower. And it seems as though FNATIC are just going to let this one go down. They are not making their way there. They're trying to trade the top tier 1.
They have no choice. They can't go for that defense. The trade isn't going fast enough either. This push is not as speedy as you'd want. They have to drag DJ along. The TNC is just going to let that go, but key items coming out. Vlad's up on Tims. They have the Spirit Vessel up on the Phoenix, so Zephyr doesn't have any charges.
Goes straight into Gabby, does get speared up though by AU, but Arena is going to be dropped. Tims, he'll roll through it onto AU. They just want to get the Mars, but great play from AU, positioning near the low ground to get knocked down by Tims, but it won't matter. Gabby just one-hits him, now finds Zephyr. Icarus Dive was still available, but Gabby is slowly but surely going to chase him down. He does still have the war cry, so Zephyr is probably just dead here. Chop does go for the Sunray TP, but he can't get away.
Oh, man. Whew.
Yeah.
TNC chopping them down, gets the call back on Gabby, and there's that Shen effect. They're all smoked up. They've got Gabby on a different side of the map. They're going hunting.
Very, very tough time. Raven doesn't want to die right now. Are coming out. Gabby, he seems to know. Where would I hide if I was Raven right now?
Oh,
got the right idea. He's so close. He smells him.
Oh, Gabby, missed him right on the edge. Ooh.
But how's Raven going to get out of this? He has 10 seconds for a TP.
He's got to be careful. He's going to stay there.
Armel could randomly multi-shot to the right now.
He could. They could check. No, they give up. No, he gets to go home. Raven counting his lucky stars. TNC, though, they get easy access to tier 2, Mike.
They do. It's going to be a very, very easy tier 2. Again, no defense out from FNATIC. Currently sitting at 9-1 in terms of kill score with a 4K net worth advantage of TNC.
It's difficult.
Objectives being taken.
There hasn't been too much progress for FNATIC. They've taken the side tier 1s. They need the mid tier 1 to go. They do have the MKB on Moon, so he has damage on that Wind Ranger. He needs to get that damage out, though. He hasn't been able to, and that's really the big problem here. They just don't have enough opportunities. Are they really going for a tier 3? Why not?
It's a bit confident, don't you think?
They need to bring out the Arena Egg. The last time it was executed was not so good. They do have the high ground, so FNATIC might be able to make that work out. They're going to have to jump in now. Like, it's just going to melt.
We're 17 minutes into the game, and they're just taking... Oh, that's a great shackle out from Moon. He caught both cores, and now the Arena does catch 3, but AU not so quick. Raven's going to jump in, but he's been disarmed by Gabby, and now Tim's actually stunned on the spot, doing a little mini burn out there.
Oh.
TNC, that'll be enough. They do end up actually killing off the tower. They'll leave the racks exposed.
Yeah, their ages expired right in the middle of that fight. Very fortunate that Armel wasn't in any sort of danger. So they get to reset, they get to pull back. They have expended the big spells. This is a window for TNC to try to force something. No arena, no egg. It is difficult to fight here.
Let's spot him out. Or will they? They see that power shot. I think they may have. Tim's gonna have a gander, but won't be able to catch him out.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
So hard to see FNATIC being able to take a big team fight right now.
Nah, they need to land everything perfectly. Right now, the situation for Zephyr is so bad that it's naked Spirit Vessel up to 19 minutes. No brown boots, no nothing. He's walking around. It's hard for him to get into position. He has to use his dive to reposition himself in, and that just complicates matters. Look at TNC. They just get the farm up. They take it slow. The Ags is next for Gabby. That's going to fix a lot of his issues in terms of getting kited around. He's even building into a Battle Fury on the Sven.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna get jumped on now by Tim's. Rolling Thunder's gonna be out. They are going straight after this Mars. Hand of Gods to fly out as well, just to keep everyone alive. And Gabby looking for another, going after DJ now. A nice shackle out from Moon will hold Gabby back for a second, but it looks like DJ is almost guaranteed to die. And Tim's keeps going. Spots out Zephyr. Focus fire will be expended by Moon.
Ooh.
Another nice shackles out, but they can't follow up.
Oh, no. It's a shame. Moon is setting up. They don't have the combinations to go in. They're not confident enough with the damage. Raven is not nearly big enough to capitalize on that control, so they just have to pull back 11-1. TNC still so far ahead. You know, I realize what the Battle Fury's for, Mike. I just figured it out. It took some time. Ooh.
Does go down. They do end up getting this Drow Ranger. But go on, John. What's the Battle Fury for on our trees?
Chop the trees. He doesn't want the Quelling Blade. He needs to chop the trees to prevent being trapped. Battle Fury. I think we had a chat about that a long time ago about our treesy. You know, when you get trapped in trees. I pointed out that Battle Fury on Sven. It sounds dumb, but it's better than a Quelling Blade.
John, he's got an Aghanim Scepter though. He could just fly past the trees.
But he could get Orchid. He doesn't have, or he could be under Mask of Madness. You know, you never know the timing. Got to cover your bases there. He's queued it up though. Yeah, he's queued up the BKB. Let's see if Gabby goes to that first. I do want the spicy play though. Let me have my Battle Fury Sven.
Hey, people used to actually buy that in Dota 1. That was a thing. It was a thing.
Oh, Dota 1? I used to buy it in Dota 2.
Oh, goodness me.
Don't look at my records from 2012. Don't look at those games. They're painful.
They are.
Very painful.
Oh, goodness. Raven's getting very close to that Manta style now. So, a bit more coming out on our PL. 7k net worth lead still standing here from TNC.
FNATIC, they've smoked up though. Ayo and Raven. Duo looking for a kill.
Tough, but they're going to give it a shot, but a counter smoke now from TNC. The mid lane where they're going to run straight into Zephyr, and that'll be Armel getting a solo pick off. Everyone else basically still smoked. Tim's. AU just going to go for a quick TP play out of there. Everyone else from FNATIC just going to hide in the tree line and eventually TP away. And they don't seem to be interested whatsoever in trying to take a team fight.
No, this is perfect timing for TNC though. Roche is up, the courier spots it, they can easily go for it. FNATIC might need to make a smoke play into that pit very soon if they don't want to give that Roche with the ages and cheese away.
Roshan's not going to last long. I'm going to even get in the Yasha up now on that Drow and does take the Aegis cheese for himself. And they're just going to control this dire jungle. FNATIC, all they can do is put all their hopes in Raven. He's farming, he's getting there. It's just...
Oh.
Gabby could be a very big pick-off. They do show themselves now in that mid lane.
Yeah, it's all about Raven now. I mean, they've got the blink on. Man, I just thought of a pun. You know the show That's So Raven?
Yes.
This is That's So Raven. It's the Raven show.
Oh goodness, Major.
So bad. So bad.
TNC, they're gonna rush up towards that top lane. Onto the tier 3 tower. Gabby. He's got that Aghanim Scepter. Gotta be wary of that. Of course, you can't use it on Zephyr because he can just Icarus dive you into the fountain. Gabby still going. Does get the tier 3. Now Armel. He'll get started on the melee barracks.
Oh man, Zephyr melts to those split arrows as well. Oh.
Jackals is very nice from Moon. But again, there's just no follow-up. DJ is taking the mid tier 1 while all this is happening. Zephyr almost dies with his dive. And yeah, is forced to egg. The multi-shot was too much. They're gonna fight anyway. AU commits the arena, but it means nothing. Shackles was there from Moon with a focus fire out, but Gabby forces him back ASAP. And now Zephyr's dead. Just channeling a Sun Ray. There'll be a buyback. But they're gonna lose the racks, and that'll be it. TNC happily back off.
It's going to be difficult to defend. No egg, no arena. You're going to have to get some perfect shackles here, some really good isolation. But Moon, he's on the wrong side of the map here.
Take the haste rune, and it looks like he wants to try and skip the creep wave and try to avoid another high ground attempt here from TNC. Zephyr's got to be careful where he's positioned. He's just brought back.
What you found laying around.
Seem to know where Armel is. Raven is going to go rush for the Drow, but he Shadow Blades, but they will get the dust off. Armel able to force stuff out of there. Now they could reinitiate. Gabby looking for a way in, but March is being sieged down and does go down. Gabby, does he want to go or not? It looks like the answer is no. But FNATIC, they want to keep going. Onto KP now, and KP has been left behind. TNC, bit of indecisiveness here. They had the Aegis on Armel the whole time, but they did not engage.
An awkward position to be in now. Gabby is trying to look for a way in. They don't manage to spot anyone, but FNATIC, they're going to be happy with that. Bounces them back just a bit more. These are the kills they're looking for. They didn't have to drop any big ults for those. They're in a good spot. They've got Arena Egg ready to go if something else breaks out. And TNC, gotta be a bit cautious. When you lose March, you're not confident to take the fights because you lack that regen. You have to ensure that March isn't too far forward before anything breaks out.
Maybe try for this mid-tier 2 tower defense. They are just in their own triangle right now. Gabby sneaking up from behind, but he was underneath the sentry ward. Yeah, still just farming the Radiant Triangle. No, not going to be able to catch the Phoenix out with the Gust. DJ is now underneath an Observer ward, so Gabby just going to rush in, does get silenced up, and pops the BKB, cancels the TP, and gets an easy kill for himself. And now the rest of TNC, they're going to try for a high ground push.
Dire's middle tower is
that's I wouldn't even call that a wall.
Great shackle out from Moon now with the arena and the egg being committed. KP is very low, but March is keeping everyone alive. They will finally get the Vengeful Spirit. Can they get the rest? Tims will go down again to the shackles of Moon. There goes the Aegis on the Drow Ranger as well. Gabby in the middle of all this does get speared to a tree, and now another shackles out from Moon, holding him down, and they are out of mana on Gabby. He does have a cheese, however. DJ just way too far forward, does die, and now Raven needs to doppel fall out of there. Cheese is going to be eaten by Gabby, but he does not stun the right target. He does have another stun up in just a second, however. Raven playing with a bit of fire here, but Gabby, he is out of God strength. That will be a defense out of FNATIC.
A really strong defense, and that's the effect of a good arena egg coming out on top. Moon also getting the lockdowns needed in that fight, chaining up Armel for such a long time. The Spirit Vessel negating the regen of March, deleting KP without the Venge Aura. A lot of that durability and damage also disappears, but look at this, TNC not dissuaded, smoked up immediately.
Well, you know all those ultimates are down right now, and they're going to run straight into Moon, but he does have very quick reactions. He blinks out. See, with that DD rune still active on Gabby, would love to make a jump right now, but be able to. AU preemptively placing some trees down, but Gabby will cut them down. The bot racks. I have Scotty now available on Raven. But your bot racks going down for free. Only one left standing here for FNATIC.
Yeah, it's still a possible fight for them. Arena Egg is back up, and that's the exact same spot where TNC struggled. So if they can get that situation done once more, get the shackles out, get the perfect Arena Egg, they can find a way in. That the eyes of Scotty as well, and Raven gonna pile on to that minus regen that are already getting out with the Spirit Vessels on Zephyr. Unfortunately for Zephyr, he is out of charges. He's gonna need that up. That's what was giving them the wins. They were keeping one of these heroes down so low that March couldn't keep them alive.
The seeds of fortune.
Very hard to get charges when you can't really kill anyone without it, so what the game plan is we have a Paladin Sword on the deck. March will take it for himself. That wasn't FNATIC's, I don't believe, by the way. It was TNC.
Yeah,
FYI.
It's a great one. Spell, Amplify Healing, Amplified entirely. So it looks funny, but of course that does boost up March's burst heal potential just a little bit more. Still have to be cautious about the timing. March needs to be aware of who has a Spirit Vessel on top of them and who needs that immediate burst, because last time he tried to bail KP out, wasn't enough. That Spirit Vessel charge just did too much work. And, you know, FNATIC, they've stalled out well. We talked about Raven. This being the Raven show, he's 16.8k net worth. He's not too far behind Armel. He's way behind Gabby, and there's that Battle Fury.
Oh my god.
He's done it, Mike.
Fury.
He did it. I'm so happy. Chop trees. Chop trees.
Don't let your memes be dreams, boys. You want your Battle Fury Sven, you get out there and go get it. Don't let anyone else tell you that you can't do that.
Oh, boy. It's gonna work though. You know, he's got additional mana regen, which is always important. That's something we saw Gabby struggle, especially with the diffusal in play. You know, he could pull back in full HP, but he didn't have anything to cast spells. Now he has a little bit more to help him kind of pump himself full. You can even see him just kind of picking up mangoes on the way, just to ensure they've got some burst mana as these fights continue to get longer. It's getting a bit more complicated for TNC. It's becoming a bit easier for FNATIC to find these openings to abuse. You look at Raven, again, his net worth has been good. He's going into the Basher, and once he's got that, the PL suddenly becomes that much scarier, having his own piece of control.
Does. TNC. That mid lane, they are the side of FNATIC right around the corner, but they want to avoid fighting at all costs right now. But Roshan is going to get started. It's going to be a very, very easy Roshan to go ahead and pick up, and that's an Aghanim Scepter upgrade, which... who took it? Where is this Axe upgrade?
Huh.
I really don't see it. There's so many auras right now that it's hard to see anything. Where did it go?
I swear Tim's picked it up, but I can't be sure now. This is... Did he delete it?
No, it's on Armel now. Armel's taken it.
Okay, perfect. Split shot. Multi-shot in play. Easier time to clear out those illusions. Easier time to clear out the treants, shove waves out. It's really just a free Ags and Drow. It's one of those things that you normally don't invest too deeply in it. Now you free yourself a slot in the late game.
Look at the amount of auras they have going at once. Like, just look at March's auras. That is ridiculous.
It's not even aligned with the HUD. Because we're in beta.
Oh, back in the back line, they're trying to initiate. Raven is there, the egg to be dropped as well. Tims does go down. Meanwhile, Gabby, he'll give up on the egg. That'll mean March does go down, but DJ will lose his own life. Now, well, Gabby going for a bit of a trip with that Icarus dive, but does get the kill. And it's a messy team fight. TNC look to have come out on top.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Gabby, he's going in. Zephyr, no Icarus dive to speak of, and that'll be a dieback on your Phoenix. Gabby will just continue laughing all the way to the bank.
Raven.
Now even Raven, yeah, he's in trouble. They missed the stun, but they have the damage, and that'll be GG. TNC take a 2-0 victory over the side of FNATIC, and it was rather dominant.
Oh yeah, it wasn't as bad for FNATIC here in Game 2. I mean, at least they didn't lose out their neutral items under vision. But TNC, they come out on top, they play a lot better. FNATIC, there were shining moments.